Course 3. No, course 1. Sorry about that. Lesson 69 is called Lengths of Segments and Complementary and Supplementary Angles. This sounds like geometry, does it not? Angles, lines, and segments. I like it. Nice and visual. I hope you like it too. We use letters to talk about, when you're looking at something like this, and we have to refer to segments, lines, and even rays. Let's review what each of those means first of all. A segment means it's got two defined endpoints. That's a segment. Versus a line really goes on forever in directions. And a ray is like a half. It's a hybrid. It stops at one point, but it goes on forever at another, kind of like a sun's ray, right? It starts at the sun, but then it kind of just goes until, well, no defined end. So if we want to talk about this section of the line shown here, just the part that goes from here to here, is that a segment, a line, or a ray? Do you know? That's a ray, or a segment, sorry, a line segment, because it stops at two spots, at A and at B. So might as well call it either line segment BA or line segment AB. But we'd also call the line, all of this, AB as well. So how can we tell when we're talking about the line or we're talking about the line segment? If it says, what is the line segment here called, we'd say AB and we'd use this, right? Just like it talks about it right here. You use just a little line on top. But if we talk about line, not line segment, but line AB is just a little symbol that looks like that, that, right? That. So line AB, line segment AB, and how about we could even talk about the ray AB. I think rays, you get some direction now, because now I'm talking about ray AB. If I said ray BA, I think I'm thinking of this one. There's actually two rays in this first one, right? So if I put BA, I'm really thinking about a ray that goes this way, but you always label rays the same way, like that, with a right-facing symbol. You can even label points with two letters, like WX. So if I wanted to refer to a line segment like this one right here, I could say segment WX. I could also refer to what other segment? Sorry, that actually wasn't right. I don't even know what this one's called. So really, that's not done yet. I think this is a mistake. I think this X should be over here. So let's skip past that. I don't think they got that right. You could, in theory, use two letters to label a point, but I don't think that's their point. No pun intended. Let's look at example one quick. In this figure, the length of LM, we should always say what it is based on its label on top, and not just say LM. We should say what? In this figure, the length of line segment LM. Remember that. Its length is 4 centimeters. And the length of line segment LN is 9 centimeters. What's the length of line segment MN? Notice how I said that all orally. LM goes from here to here, right? That's this one. How long is it? 4 centimeters. Meanwhile, why don't we switch colors to really get this across? LN is 9 all the way. So how do we find what MN is? Line segment MN. Is it addition? Is it subtraction to find this part? It's going to be subtraction, because 9 is the total, 4 is a part. We want to know what the remaining part is. So it's 5 centimeters. The 9, the whole, minus the 4, the little, is this part. 5 centimeters. Okay? Scroll down and look at what this is talking about. A complementary angle refers to, let's keep these straight, two angles, when added together, comes to 90 degrees. That's it. Remember, 90-degree angles look like this. We even use this symbol sometimes. It's straight up and down, or perpendicular in the angle. The lines are perpendicular, they form a 90-degree angle. Well, you can cut up a 90-degree angle with two angles in all sorts of spots. Maybe it's, if this is 90, I could split it up 30 and 60. I could have split it up maybe a perfect 45, which is kind of what this one looks like. So this is 45 and this is 45. However you decide to split it up, could be 10 and 80. Ugh, that's a bad drawing, but really acute and only somewhat acute. However you divide it, if it's two angles, we call these complementary because they add up to a total of 90. They're not always right next to each other, like this one and this one equaling 90 degrees. In this case, we have 90 here, but since triangles always contain 180 degrees total, the other 90 plus 90, is made up by these two. So we could refer to angle B and angle A as complementary, because when added together, they come to a total of 90 degrees. So they don't even have to share the same vertex, I'm saying. We could say angle A is the complement of angle B. Now, supplementary angles, keep this straight. Let's color code for this new one. What do you think supplementary angle is going to refer to? Supplementary means we're going to add up to 180 degrees. And what does 180 degrees look like? It looks like a straight line. So you could divide that all sorts of places. Could have done it here, could have done it here, but they did it right here. Remember, lines always have their points. And so angle 1 plus angle 2, I don't even know what each measure is, but I do know 1 plus 2 comes to 180 because I can see it's a straight line. So I can say that angle 1 is the supplement of angle 2. Again, they don't have to share the vertex. You could just add up this one and this one to find that 75 plus 105 is 180. Therefore, which angles could I say appear supplementary? A is a supplement to B, or I could say B is a supplement to A. Looks like it's true here too. D, supplement to C, and vice versa of this parallelogram. In the figure, in example 2, we got all sorts of things going on. Angle RWT, which one is it? RWT. Remember when they list them, the middle letter is always the vertex? So it has to be that angle, or TWR you could call it. They're saying it's a right angle. They didn't draw that symbol, but they're saying it is. With that information, which angle is the supplement of RWS? Remember, supplementary means 180. Therefore, they're asking what plus this, which angle gives it 180? It's going to be this one right here. Makes this all a straight line. So angle QWR is the supplement, or RWQ, is the supplement to RWS. Pause if you need to think that over. Complementary means 90 total. And if it's asking which is the complement of RWS, RWS, it's going to be this one right here, because we knew that this was 90. So I'm making a mess of this page. You can look at it in your book. Think about it more. Geometry. But if you're feeling good, why don't you do A through F? You can skip D.